Like everybody else is just stuck in their own little simple, plain world. And we're using like our world through our eyes way more efficiently.
It's like an escape, you know what I mean? It's like a on your own pace type thing, you know, there's no coaches, no like set times of practice. It's just kind of something you can do, you know, by yourself or with a bunch of friends.
It's just you. You're like expressing yourself the way you want to express yourself, and it just makes it that much more special.
All the other things in the world don't matter when you're skateboarding. You can just focus on that one thing, and no matter what, it's like really just like positive. Just makes you feel like you're just doing something right.
Just the feeling of like having the board under your feet and just like the motion of it, like feeling the ground beneath you moving. Just something about it kind of clears everything else out.
Like that's the only thing that matters. Like it doesn't matter if you do tricks, whether you land, whatever, like that's cool too. Man, just like nothing will beat like cruising like at sunset and it's like golden hour just through the city with your homies. That's it, man. That's it, like ultimate high like you can't beat. The most joyful thing you can get from just a little simple piece of wood. Like just like how it makes you feel, just like you can be creative about it. There's just so much freedom to it, and it's you.
I don't think that you can get the same feeling that you get on a skateboard doing anything else. Whether it's just rolling around or landing a trick or being with your homies or being by yourself, like skateboarding is so much different than everything else. Like there's nothing else that even compares to it.
Because it was just like so like unique, and it wasn't like the same. Like every other thing that I was doing just like involved a ball, and just like you had like the goal was to get the ball to a certain point and then you were done. Just like soccer, you're getting the ball to the goal. Basketball, you get it to the hoop. Football, you're trying to get it to the end zone. It's like you're just trying to get the ball to a certain point. And skateboarding, you can get you to a certain point, but then there's a point past that, and it just keeps going and going and going. You can just keep going on that. Like skateboarding is like a never-ending process.
There's so many more ways to express yourself with skating than there are with anything else. Like there's so many different kinds of skating. There's kids that jump down stuff, and that's what they like to do.
Manuals, like flip tricks, like, I don't know, rails, like any of that stuff.
There's kids that like do tech stuff, and that's what they like to do, and there's vert skaters, and there's so many different aspects of it, but it's all like relatively the same, comes back to the same feeling.
It's just being able to do like whatever you want to do, like whenever you want to do it.
Whenever you want to skate, wherever you don't, you know, no one's telling you what to do, and you can go anywhere.
Being a skater, you kind of look at everything in a different viewpoint than everyone else. Like you look at things as if you could skate them, like not as just some like regular piece of like architecture.
Like the way that you see the world is just like morphed into a way like you only see like everything as like a skate spot.
If some businessman's walking down some stairs with a handrail and he puts his hand on it, he's not going to think twice about it. But I mean, if we like look at that, I mean, that's like gold to us, you know what I mean?
I'll drive down the street and be like, well, pull over, and it'll be like just some rusted rail on the side of a building that like, I'm like, oh, this looks so sick, like I could skate that, or like, you know, everything you look at is just like skating.
There's no rules. Like I played football for like, I don't know, like 4 years. I hated people yelling at me, telling me what to do. You know, it's like you just go do it. Just have fun with it, because it's no one telling you what to do. You progress at your own rate. And, you know, there are those times when you do progress and you like learn a couple tricks one day, like it's just so fun, or just pushing is fun. But if you're not having fun, I don't know why I do it, you know? I like it when, that's what I love to see, when kids look like they're having fun. Like, that gets me psyched. Like, that gets me motivated.
freedom about it, honestly. Just the fact that you can do whatever you want and you don't have somebody like behind you always like pushing you to do something like their way. And the ability just to be able to, you know, skate whenever you want, you know, set practices and stuff like other sports, you know. I grew up playing all their sports, and when I found skating, they just kind of just washed away. Like skating definitely took over everything else. I could see anything, no matter where I'm at, and just think about it in a creative way. And other people would just see like, oh, a handrail, oh, that's just there to help me down the stairs or help me up the stairs, or a ledge or a bench, and oh, that's just for sitting. Or they have so much more potential. Such simple things have so much more potential than people perceive them to have, honestly. It's crazy. I wish everybody else could like see that, like see the world like how we see it. It kind of is like
A lot of skateboarders' lives are just like really similar, and like you can just like get along with people really easily.
We all have that in common. It's like no matter where you go, you can make friends pretty much with anybody you want if you skateboard.
When you go to other cities and there are people skating, like they just get hyped because there's like, oh yeah, that's another skater that's been just, you know, going through the same thing that I went through.
You have some kind of crazy bond with people that you meet skateboarding because you're doing something that has a negative connotation to it, that everyone's kind of against you. So when you find somebody else that has that kind of desire that you do, you just connect with them.
It doesn't matter like how old you are or what you're doing. Like when I was like 13 years old, I would hang out with 20-year-olds because it's just like skateboarding just brings everyone together.
When you're with your friends and you're trying something new or you're trying to get a clip at a spot, I mean, they're always going to be like behind you, like trying to give you support to get it, you know?
We'll just kind of like feed off each other and we'll all get better at skating. You know, someone will do a trick that you've never seen them do and you'll be like, ah, that's so awesome, like I want to learn something too.
I love skating with all my homies because like, even if we're not skating hard, like some of the funniest stuff will happen, and if we are skating hard, like you get hyped off everybody else.
As long as you're having fun with your friends and just doing whatever, like I think that's the best part about it.
Like you go out skating with them all day, every day, they become like family. And you know, like all good people, and it's so cool to have that type of friendship that's like best thing about it for me.
The friends I made through skateboarding are the only friends that I guarantee you I will continue to be friends with. Like if I meet up people elsewhere, it's like chances are I'm not gonna hang out with them that often. But the friends I've made through skateboarding are always there.
Jumping and laughing forever. It would be great, right?
Oh my God! It's so perfect! Oh my God! What? Oh my goodness! Oh! Oh! Yes! Yes!
Man, the feeling of landing a trick is probably one of the greatest feelings I've ever experienced in my life. Like, especially when you're at like a spot and you just like try over and over, you know, and you don't get it for a while and you just keep going, and then there's just that one when you roll away, you just stick it and roll away, and it feels like you've accomplished like everything in the entire world. Like it makes you feel like 100% great. Like to people who don't skate, it's kind of hard to describe, but it is probably one of the best feeling things that I've ever done for sure.
But working for tricks, like, yeah, it sucks at the time, but when it's done, like that's the most rewarding feeling you can have.
When you get it, you're just like super hyped and just stoked on it.
Like the craziest feeling ever, just finally landing it. Like half the time it's like surreal. Like I don't even realize what happens until like 5 minutes later. I'm just like, whoa, it's over. Like I did it, thank God.
These days skating, you know, I try a trick for like 2 hours. And sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't. And like you think you know how to do it. And then once you realize that you don't, it's like so frustrating.
I mean, I'll get to the point where I'm like legitimately like bummed out, like want to cry, want to scream and break my board and kill everyone around me.
And there's always, I mean, sometimes for me, there'll be points to where I just like, I don't want to do it anymore. Like, I'm just over it.
Breaking yourself and just sweating and just like mental, just like, I don't even know if I can do this anymore.
Most of the time, like, landing a trick is just all in your head. Like, you know how to do the trick, but just like that crack bothers you, that some person walking bugs you, or just some little thing like the wind or just something silly. Like, it's all mental most of the time. Like,
Woo! I did not get hurt at all.
I'm normally a pretty happy person. Like, I'm always down to have fun and everything. But if I'm going through that whole like battling with a trick thing, like when people talk to me, I'll get aggravated. Even if they're like, yeah, dude, you got it this try. I'm like, I don't care, I'll burn your house down.
I don't know, there's something about it. Like, when you battle a trick for hours and hours and hours, and you have no energy, you're out of water, like you have cotton mouth, you're like, all right, last try, and you miss the trick.
Just because you get mad at it doesn't mean that you can't like keep trying and keep doing it. This like getting mad is one of the steps to overcoming what you're trying to do.
I guess if you just keep getting back up and pushing yourself, and once you get it, like all those slams and all that bad part about it, it kind of just washes away. Like you don't even remember really anything bad. Just remember the good feeling about landing it.
I mean, I tried it. I'll come back.
I don't know why I get up when I feel like I shouldn't sometimes. Like, you know, like I'm like laying there and I'm like, my body hurts so bad. Like when you get heel bruise and you just keep jumping down a gap, but the adrenaline like makes it hurt way less, you know? Those times like that where you're like, man, this is gonna kill me tomorrow. Like if I didn't like have my adrenaline going, like I would not be skating. But I don't know, it's like you're in the moment and you're just like, you don't want to give up. It's so deep into you, like it becomes a part of who you are. It's like, you know, you have a heart for skateboarding and you just want to do it.
If you don't, like for me, if I'm not able to skate for a while, like it is one of the worst feelings ever. Like if I can't skate, I have a hard time like focusing on anything else.
Like if I have like 2 days where I don't skate, I'm like freaking out. Like I'm like off my meds or something, like I'll tweak out.
It's just that stress reliever. It's just that freedom, and it's just that outlet. Like it's like letting your creativity out.
It's almost like a medium, like a balance in my life. Like if I can skate, then everything else is okay, but if I can't, then it's just not the same.
Every single day I want to skate. I get off work and all I want to do is go skate. I skate the same place every single night, but it's just because I need to skate. Like there's something in me that says like I have to be doing this right now.
I just want to skate all the time. Like everything else like comes after that. Like I mean, family's up there. Like, you know, I'd consider skateboarding a family, like neck and neck, of course. I mean, sometimes I miss a lot of family. What's today, Sunday? Missed a family event today because I went skating.
But that's just skating for me. It's like, and for so many other people, like there's so many friends I have that we don't even have to talk about it, but I know that they have the same exact kind of drive I do. Like there's no way I can describe why I wake up every day like I want to go skate right now. There's something that just keeps me going always.
I just think it's cool, like, to be able to go out and just like, you know, kind of just not think about things for a while and just like skate and have fun, and then it's a good break, I guess, from everyday life.
Honestly, I'd be fine just skating the rest of my life. I don't even care. If I just skated and had a skateboard, my life's already complete. I feel like it's already just good to go. I don't even care.
You're blessed to be able to do it. Like if you can skateboard, if you can just even cruise, that is the best feeling ever. You know, that's the ultimate blessing. Like you're outside enjoying it. Like I don't know, it's a gift. It's definitely a gift. Like if you're talented enough to be able to do it, like you can learn tricks, do whatever. Like that is such a gift, and take it for what it is.
Skating's probably saved so many people from getting addicted to like some weird, you know, like heroin or meth or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like when I was a kid, I didn't even think about doing any of that stuff because I was like at the skate park, like skating. Like
I would rather like fail at something I love than be successful at something I hate, you know? And that's the truth. Like I would so much rather like just fail at skateboarding because I love it, you know? It doesn't matter because it's fun to me still. Like I said, like whether I do something with it, whether I don't, like I'm gonna skateboard.
I always think of people that don't skate, I'm like, what do they do all day? I'm like, I don't get it. Like that's how skating fills up my day. Or like, you know, like I go skate and like that's what I do every day. And like even when I can't skate right now, like my ankles hurt, I'm like bored. I'm like this sucks. I'm just like sitting around my house like, all right, what am I gonna do today? And it's just crazy like to think. I just can't even think about like what my life would be like without skating.
There's been like a lot of rough patches lately, and no matter what, like I can be having such a terrible day, and if I go and I skate, it can completely change your mood, change your outlook on everything in such a positive way if you let it. And so I guess that would be my favorite thing, is the fact that it makes me happy.
same. I'm riding for a meaning, y'all just riding for the fame. Honestly, I'm thanking God for everything that I became. I could probably be like you, but I've always been different. Only writing music sober, you write only when you're lifted up. I know I'm gifted, but it wasn't given. I was in my room way before they ever gave attention. Now it's happening, so everybody's showing love. Remember shows when nobody ever showed me love. Did a headline, used to only open up. Lately I've been chilling, so it's time I get my focus up. I lost sleep, but gained passion, I'm old fashioned. Did this independent, never need a closed caption. Now they tell me I'm the man of the year, cause I worked through my fears, now my dreams coming true like
You can hear me cry, sing my dreams all night. From where you're standing on your own, it's so quiet here, and I feel so cold. This house no longer feels like home.
let's go back to the days, back when no one used to listen, had to spam to get plays. Had to message my old friend list, commented on every video, but that never worked. I wanted to be on Cinefolks, said forget the books, never one for academics. Remember every single teacher laughing at my vision. Looking back, I'm glad they did. That evolved my work ethic into everything it is. Now they tell me I'm the freaking man, can't believe I'm rising up. Used to listen to the critics, now I'm wising up. I'm making noise with no degree. They tell me go to school and listen, college ain't for me. Got my mindset on my music, everybody said that's stupid, but I'm chasing what I love while you're just dreaming to pursue it, yeah. Listen to my words, you gotta do it now. If you're too afraid to fall, then tell me why you're living now.
You can